From St. Cloud, Florida, this is the Phoenix Rising Radio Network.
All hail the New York Giants!
Welcome to the Doc Show, coast to coast.
Giants win the Super Bowl, Yankees win the World Series. I was happier then.
But a beauty mist can make my legs look good. Imagine what they'll do for yours.
Weeknights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern.
And the NFL, man, kicks off
a week from Thursday.
You know I don't have time for this, but I do.
I'm a New York Giant fan. So last year, what the hell did I have to lose? They started out 0-6. Keep losing. The Giants aren't going anywhere this year.
Excuse me. Spoiler alert.
Everything is going to be okay.
That's what I tell the dog during a thunderstorm.
I know.
Give Doc a call, 407-498-3193.
I need to find a fantasy league to get into. I prefer Yahoo or to start one.
I want all of my defensive players on this side, all players going out for offense over here, right now.
Often imitated, never quite duplicated.
I'm a fantasy football geek, whereas I appear to be such a cool guy.
This is the Doc Show, coast to coast, with Doc Holliday.
I'm right here for you, man. Right here. 407-498-3193. Middle of November. Hey, man. I'm telling you, Thanksgiving's on the way. Now, I don't know if it's next Thursday or a week from next Thursday, because I'm not real good with that calendar stuff.
It's a week from this Thursday.
It's a week?
Next week.
Okay, now hang on a second. I said, I don't know if it's a week from this Thursday.
A week from this Thursday.
Okay.
It's next week.
So it is next week.
Yes.
Man. We have a lot to be thankful for in this nation. You just have no idea what it is, because you're out protesting, white people. White people don't protest, folks.
You should be thankful. You should be thankful.
They want to hear the Thanksgiving song.
Get ready for Thanksgiving, Doc.
A timeout. Is this?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Pull that down.
Why?
Pull it down.
Why?
Because our arrangement with the new arrangement that we have with that you send the show to is
YouTube.
Thank you. If there is a song, because they sliced off a good section of our show last week or this week or whatever it was, because we played a song that they weren't licensed to carry. So we can't play any music on the shows that we send to YouTube of any kind that are licensed by ASCAP. Now, we have a license.
Yeah. What the hell do I pay $60 a month for?
That doesn't mean so you can run the rest of the day.
So then my happy segment always gets cut off.
Your happy segment doesn't make it.
Well, then that just sucks, because that's what people look forward to.
And you've done research and you know that they look forward to a happy segment.
That's the only thing I look forward to. People like me, damn it.
No matter what my mother says. People like me. No, you can't put any music that's licensed.
So how do we get away with when we do the show openers? I mean, we're licensed for that, but they're not.
What show opener?
When we use like clips from SNL and stuff like that.
That's fine.
How is that fine?
I don't know why it's fine. I know that the music.
Okay.
That's why. So we
can't use the NFL song then anymore either.
No.
So what are we going to do?
We're not going to play it. You have to talk to Rye. You straighten it out with him.
I was under a different impression. But
well,
okay.
I don't know. Who gave you a different impression?
It's fine. Go ahead. Continue.
What's it called again?
I'm moving on. YouTube. Just subscribe to YouTube. It's all good, people. Just subscribe to YouTube.
YouTube carries the show.
It's okay. Just move on.
And will you stop? And starting tomorrow, I will have a segment that will run Pretty much anytime you click on what I think of things, what you should think of things, and of course we're going to find a way for you to give me feedback. I don't know how we're going to do that, but we're going to do that. And we have now we have a YouTube channel, but you can't play licensed music. And I wish Rye would call so he can explain this to you. The difference between running the NFL theme or running the happy song. You know, yeah, they cut it. They cut, as a matter of fact, when I was yelling at everybody, goodbye to you, because Trump's in now and all you whiny-ass pieces of garbage are just going to have to learn how to be real men and women, that whole thing got cut. Because I was using a licensed song. They don't have the license for it. Now, the strange thing about YouTube is you can go and get any song in the world off YouTube. But if I were to post something that has a licensed, ASCAP licensed song, they cut it. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I don't know how all that other music gets up there. But this is what I was warned about. Just if you want you can still play it if you want.
That's fine.
You know. But if it's ever been through ASCAP, they get all pissed off. So what were you going to say?
Nothing. Go on.
Well, you were talking about something.
No, it defeats the purpose. Go ahead. Move on. So, yeah. Good. Continue.
Anyway, Thanksgiving is a week from Thursday. Turkeys have already been purchased. And Thanksgiving happens to be one of my favorite holidays. I just eat the turkey because I don't eat sugar. All I eat is protein. But that's fine with me because I love turkey. And boy, you want to talk about a good nap. And then there are football games all day long. You got your first game. You got your second game. Then you have your night game on the NFL Network. And that's fine with me. I'm excited about that. All right, as far as the football pool went last week, we had a very unusual situation. And tomorrow, Rob will be in. Rob's going to start the show, too. He may do the whole thing. I don't know. I will not be here tomorrow. So you're not going to learn anything. But half of you dimwits don't listen anyway. Okay, so we had a 4-way tie. And that means you picked the winning tie was 10 right. John got 10 right. Tangi got 10 right. Joe from Mims got 10 right. And Bam Bam Sam got 10 right.
Save the best for last. That's why you got to join the Bam Bam School of NFL Pick'ems.
So then we moved to phase 2. Instead of having 4 winners, we tried to just have 1. We couldn't even do that.
No, because some people pick the same point spread.
Correct. Now, the tiebreaker, and you go to DocShowCoastToCoast.com, DocShowCoastToCoast.com, and you too can get involved. It's free to play. It's free to play. The person with the best picks at the end, you get a nice prize, but man, a lot of this is just pride. Hadn't heard from Tangi in ages. Found out she was on a cruise somewhere. So she came back, and the 4-way tie, Joe, Tangi, Sam, and John. Well, we got to go to the tiebreaker. That was last night's game with the New York Giants and the Cincinnati Bengals. Not the prettiest game in the world, but Odell Beckham Jr. continues to show why, if he plays a full career, at least 10 years, he will be a first-ballot Hall of Famer. 2 touchdowns last night. But a missed extra point cost Cincinnati the game, or at least a tie. They could have gone into overtime. So this is what everybody picked. Joe from Mims said the total score, which is the Giants plus the Bengals, they would both score totally, added up, 43. Tangi said they would both score 42. John said they would both score 55. You must not watch many Bengals games. And Sam said they would both score 42. No, just because two people have the same number doesn't mean it's going to be a tie. The score last night was the New York Football Giants 21 and the Cincinnati Bengals 20. My New Jersey math tells me, okay, that's 41. So then I look at it. 41. Well, Bam Bam's got 42. Tangi's got 42. And Joe's got 43. So who are the closest to the combined score? Congratulations to Bam Bam and Tangi. They tied. First time ever. First time ever. We've had a tie using a tiebreaker. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, these guys are getting pretty good. And we had a we had a tie when I had a tiebreaker, which was put in by me to make sure we didn't have ties. So next week we're going to start using the Electoral College to make the decision for us.
Listen,
I don't know how it's going to work.
Don't mess with my Bam Bam School of NFL Pick'ems.
So there you go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That'll technically be Bam Bam's fourth win.
Thank you.
Tangi's first win.
Thank you.
And nobody else won. It read out, let's see here. I had 8.
You suck.
Let's see. Doc had 8. Rob had 8. JR had 8. And Gary, my boy, only had 7 right.
Poor Gary.
But his predicted score, you know what he thought both the Giants and the Bengals would score, added up? 67.
I love Gary. Gary's my favorite of your children. I love all of your children, but he's just the
most affectionate one.
He's the funniest.
Yeah.
The oldest thinks he's the funniest.
Oh, I like him. I like Jeff giving you a run for your money, that's for sure.
Well, he didn't. Now, check this out. This is good stuff. Hillary Clinton. Yes, she's still under federal investigation by the United States Congress. That never stopped, and I tried to tell you. I sat here and told you the FBI did drop their investigation because it had nothing on her, because the charge would be in possession of documents after you leave the State Department. That's a federal crime. And her little Muslim coochie cooch and Wiener, they were in possession. Hillary had no possession, and that's why he jumped in quick and then jumped out quick. And that's where the election got close. And he didn't want to be part of that election, but the Congress released the letter that he had reopened the investigation, and he had to check to see if Hillary had possession of the emails on the laptop. That was his job. You know, I think Comey's kind of a punk. But he's the head of the FBI. He's not the head of the FBI that I would imagine. But at least he doesn't wear skirts like J. Edgar Hoover. When I see shows that feature the FBI like Criminal Minds, and my favorite of all time, The Blacklist, those are some tough bastards. I don't see Comey being that way. But there was nothing to charge Hillary with, so he said, okay, go. I don't want to be part of it. I had to do it, and he did. under the Constitution of the United States of America. And he got out quick as he got in. And people said, okay, now Hillary's clear, she's clear. And she started to get some momentum back. This bugged me, but if there was nothing to charge her with, well, it's not fair. I mean, if you got no reason to charge somebody, even a dirtbag like Hillary Clinton, under what he was looking at, then you just got to throw your hands up and hope the best for Trump. And I did, and I said, vote Trump, don't vote Hillary. And then I said, because Hillary's under investigation. Oh, you should have seen that one. The FBI dropped it. You don't even belong on the radio. You're an idiot. No, I said she's not under investigation by the FBI. But there's been an ongoing investigation that has not stopped and will not stop. And if she's elected, they're going to come forward. And they did come forward eventually. It's Congress. Oh, that dumb bitch lied to Congress 3 times. Oh, man, destruction of property, destruction of evidence. Everyone in her campaign that didn't get it, well, they got immunity from the FBI. But here's the good thing. Congress didn't give them immunity. They got immunity from the FBI. Remember when all that was going on? They gave immunity to everybody. Not Congress. So that hot little hoochie from Saudi Arabia, she's going to jail. Most of Hillary's campaign workers, most likely going to jail. All her IT workers that helped destroy after Congress asked for the emails. You see, there's your crime. Destruction of property, wanted in a federal investigation, and you're screwing around, you're messing with evidence. There's evidence. We know what was on there, and it was destroyed because Obama was on there too. But the Congress didn't give a damn about that. So, yes, the Congress of the United States has a full-on, 100%, not going to puss out investigation of 8 charges. That's why they're asking Donald Trump, will you consider pardoning her? Don't you think it's kind of odd? And they're going to make sure that Obama can't. They're going to make sure that Obama cannot pardon her. Because you can't pardon somebody that hasn't been officially charged. Okay? Richard Nixon, he was in a lot of trouble. And, yes, he had been charged with lying. And they're going to charge Hillary, but they're going to charge her after the 20th of January. So the decision's going to be up to Donald Trump. And 60 Minutes, by the way, which is a bogus show on a bogus network. CBS television, lying sacks of garbage. Who actually jumped Trump and told him his supporters were the one causing the rioting. And they were beating on Muslims. And they were beating on blacks. Right. Yeah, they were going into the hood and beating on blacks. I'm sure that's going to happen with a group of white guys. If I'm hanging out and I want trouble, and I'm pissed off, and we got a choice. Now, this is a what if. We can go beat on some Muslims. We can go beat on some Latinos. Or we can go into the hood and pull black people out of their houses and beat on them. Anybody in my group that says, I'm going into the hood, you're going in by yourself, brother. Yeah, let's go to Chicago where they're killing each other. You're not going into the hood to beat on black people. And that's what she's telling Donald Trump. And he was stunned, shocked, not ready for the question, completely unaware, because it was a big, fat lie that Leslie Stahl told. A lie that could disrupt the way this country operates. And I could not believe when I saw, and you saw the look on his face. He goes, "Well, my God," and she goes, "Did you haven't heard about this?" And she starts jumping on him like a tiger. And he goes, "Well, no. Well, these are your people. What do you have to say to them?" And he swallows very hard for a second and thinks, well, I know those aren't my people. They can't be my people. But I can't sit there on 60 Minutes and say I refuse to answer that question, because, boy, that would have made him look terrible. So he gave a very stop. No, I'm sorry. I didn't know. What are you doing that for? We won. And I could have. I love my television. And it's one of the most incredible high-def TVs you're ever going to see. But if Leslie Stahl had actually been sitting right in front of it, I'd have kicked her in the face. Because she fooled and tricked the guy. You can do that. You shouldn't do that, but I mean, you can. Even a guy like Trump's going to go, whoa, I got 27,000 things on my mind and people to select. You know, I got to get a director of this and a blah, 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 this, and he looked at her like, when did this start? And she tried to insinuate that now that Trump was president, that white people would be doing the rioting and beating. And then I went, aha! The Democrats just gave themselves up right then and there. 60 Minutes just gave themselves up. And CBS just gave themselves up. Because I've been sitting there looking, watching, going, why are they all white? What do white people got to be mad about? Honestly, what do black people got to be mad about? You're mad at Obama. You're not mad at Trump. Trump will, to the best of his ability, and I believe this, and I talk to you as a white man to a black man, or a white man to a black woman. I believe that Donald Trump is going to do everything in his power to change what Barack Obama promised to do and never did, and made your situations worse. He's going to work on those inner cities. Trust me on this. Because he doesn't want to see this. He doesn't want to see it. He doesn't want to hear about Chicago. What did Obama do when he heard that the blacks were killing blacks at a rate of 30 a weekend in Chicago? Nothing. Friggin' laughed. Then was stupid enough to put his presidential library in the same area where they're shooting each other. What do you think's going to happen to his library? May I ask every angry black person in the south side of Chicago to absolutely violate that library. Go shoot the window. Don't kill each other anymore. Shoot the windows out. Spray paint it. Ruin it. Let Obama see how you're living. And we'll see which press actually covers it. I know which press will cover it. The Presidential Ghetto Library. And every time they work to improve it, destroy it again. And instead of killing each other, get the man who didn't save your cousin. Get the man who ignored you. That is Barack Hussein Obama, who tricked you into voting for him because he had you actually believing he was black, which is laughable. It really was. It's absolutely, as a matter of fact, I saw a skit on Saturday Night Live from 2008. Now, this is before they were calling us racists. And it was somebody playing Hillary, who was actually very good. And there was a guy playing Barack Obama. And then there was a guy doing Bill Clinton. it was George W. Bush. It was Will Ferrell. And he kept calling him every name but Barack. And not because he was being racist. That would be racist now. It was because it was friggin' hysterical. So, Barry, what are you going to do? And Hillary was like, yeah, how are you going to convince anybody you're black? I get darker than that when I go out and suntan. It was hysterical. Because back then, we actually did question. Now it's, he's black. No, he's not. But I will tell you this, he's gone. Go ahead and kick the shit out of his public library, Chicago. Do to him what he did to you. Just stop shooting each other. I'm sitting here with a microphone, and I know how powerful this microphone is. I've seen how powerful this microphone is. This microphone helped Trump in this state of Florida right here. Because that's where the majority of the listeners are, but they're spread out all over the country. I don't want you all to shoot each other anymore. You're killing kids. And Obama didn't even say that. I don't laugh when I hear black-on-black crime in Chicago was at an all-time. I don't laugh. I don't go, well, if they keep eliminating each other, we don't got to worry about them. I don't say that. But I'll guarantee it came out of Obama's mouth. Stop. Don't kill. Spray paint. Kick windows in. Just go crazy. And he'll have a security guard in there. Don't be shooting the security guard. And every time Obama tries to rebuild his library, let him be old and gray. He's getting there. Before that library ever sees the light of day. It's a minute before 8 o'clock. Bam Bam's over here figuring out what to play for her happy segment. I don't know what to tell you to do. Only Rye can tell you what to do.
It's okay.
But I was told to pass that on to you. Top of the hour, and we shall return. You're listening to The Doc Show. We're live right here in Central Florida. But I care about people in Chicago that kill each other, man. Wasted lives. People were born. Mothers push those babies, out of their coochies. They had those babies. They loved those babies. They raised those kids, and then at the age of 20, they're dead. Because nobody will speak up. That needs to speak up, Al Sharpton. That needs to speak up, Michelle Obama. That needs to speak up, Barack Obama. We'll be back after this.